Welcome to the TMC Project, and I'm happy to have you back. Entrepreneur.com just released an article for Lewis Howels teaching us how to make success a habit. He had recently had an episode with James Clear on his podcast, The School of Greatness, and I couldn't recommend it enough. Every episode he puts out is very powerful, it's very inspirational, and he'll pick 1 to 2 specific concepts of either personal development or growth or financial freedom. Find an expert and just have a great conversation with them. When I was younger, around 17, it had occurred to me that I would watch TV for hours and hours, and I could spend just as much time trying to figure out what I would watch as I would watching TV. In my mind, it just screamed, you're spending more time looking for what you want to do than actually doing it. That was the day I removed my TV from my room. If I'm just going to be looking for something to do, it's not going to be sitting around on a TV. I want to grow and I want to change. And I had never really heard of anyone else who had used a similar method of really subtracting things that were taken away from your life to give room to add more. And in this article, when Lewis talks about getting rid of his TV in his apartment so that way when you wanted to watch a sports game, you have to go out and socialize, really reminded me of that. Throughout my life, I've always realized that I lack a certain level of self-control. This is primarily due to having ADHD. Self-control is a struggle in general. I have a dopamine deficiency that is very challenging, and I can know about it and still make it very hard to change. So what I've done is environmental changes. I like to set up my area for victory. If I want to work hard, I put the work in front of me and I make sure I can see it. If I don't want to play around, I get those things out of my view sight. When I notice that there's something that I can be distracted by in my office more than once or twice a day and it's not productive, I have to remove it from my office immediately. I'm okay admitting that I can't stop playing with it whenever I'm bored. I can also admit that if I remove it from the room, I'm probably not going to get up to go get it when I'm bored. Probably just going to focus on my work and move forward. Boredom is always there, and it can come and go. Success is on the other side of boredom. To do anything great, you're going to need to do it consistently, and anything you do over and over and over is naturally boring. The mind likes new and novel things. You just have to know that that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about changing and growing. And habits are changing who you are reactively. Lewis goes on to say he changed his environment to help with his goals, and then really hits it out of the park by saying habits will only work if you create a world that makes them easy. Hear that? Someone who has truly achieved monumental success plainly says, don't make it difficult, make it easy. We're looking to be successful, and it's going to be hard regardless of any other circumstance. Life is going to be a struggle. That's what our mind does. We have to have the self-awareness to know that if it's going to feel hard no matter what, let's try to make it as easy as possible so success is more likely. Winners win. There's no excuse. There's no reason it was too hard. Winners win. If they've got to make it easy to win, they make it easy to win. But that's it. There's no other discussion. There's no reason. So if in your head you're like, it's cheating by making it easy, or if it's easy it won't work. No. If it's easy, you have to work even harder. Now there's not even a challenge to it, and you will still be resistant. The challenge is in beating your own internal resistance. I recommend reading The War of Art. It'll give you probably the best definition of what that internal not doing is. And don't let it beat you up, and don't let it win. You have to battle the resistance every day. That is the real struggle of life. Just doing what you want to do when you don't want to do it. So, build the habits so that way you're not forcing yourself to do the things that you have to do. Start making them habitual. They're in your nature. Your body will be doing them for you before you know it. And then everything that's hard, start making it easy. Watch yourself. What aren't you doing? Are you distracted by TV in the room? Take the TV out. Are you not able to be very productive in your current work area? Rearrange it so it does work for you. And in 2 weeks, if there's something that's not working about that system, make a V2. Try again. That's the journey. Always improving. Always trying to get that 1% better. And changing your environment is one of the most powerful ways you can do it. Respect those changes. It's very easy to get back into our bad habits. Once you make a change, just be very, very, very strict with yourself. Hold yourself up to a high level of responsibility. Over time, the task will become more natural and more passive, and it won't require thinking or boredom or requiring yourself to force you to do it. You have to check out Lewis Howels. He's been helping me for over 2 years with my personal development and my self-esteem and my imposter syndrome. I'm excited for the day I get to talk with him. I know the conversation will be deep, and we have many things to talk about, from emotions to philosophy and many, many concepts of masculinity that I can't wait to talk to him about. You guys try to have a great day. Stay awesome, and let's go.